Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Les Brown's Motivational Monday Night Call, your place for motivation and inspiration, featuring world-renowned speaker, author, coach, Mr. Les Brown, and Mr. Brown's Platinum Speakers. My name is Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant, and I have the blessing and the privilege of being your host for these motivational Monday night calls. We thank you for the time that you take to participate and support Mr. Brown. Please connect with him on Facebook. That's brown.les on Facebook, where you can find out about upcoming events and where you can see Mr. Brown in person. And we'll always share with you other opportunities to engage in the wonderful work that he is doing, transforming lives all over the globe. So it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce the one and only Mamie Brown's baby boy, the platinum playing Papa himself, live on tonight's call. Mr. Brown, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing better than good, better than most, and sometimes even better than that.
Awesome sauce. I know that's right. And hearing your voice just brought a ripple of smiles and joy from the belly to everybody that's on the line tonight. Can you believe we are closing out the 9th month of 2019, Mr. Brown?
I am so glad you mentioned that. This has been the fastest year in my life. I can't believe it, that where we are right now. I can't believe that we're in October. That's unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah.
But here's the good
And
news.
so,
Before you get started, Les, we just have to acknowledge the fact that the month of October is one of the best months in the year because both Valerie and myself have the same birthday on Friday, so it's birthday turn-up season.
That's right. That's right. So we got to honor that. Let the record show. Yes. Okay. Yes. We got to pause for that. All right. But there's something
Absolutely.
I want to share with you tonight that's key. That's key.
Absolutely.
And so
Well, take
that's
it away,
my
Mr.
message
Brown.
tonight. Okay.
All
You
right.
know, first of all, I want to thank you so much for the great job that you're doing. And I want to thank you for your diligence, for your commitment, and for your standing up and helping people to stay focused on their dreams. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. My pleasure, and I'm getting out my pen and paper because I can feel you're on fire tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, I had a friend, not had a friend. I have a friend that I had not talked to for a while. And I called to talk to them. And when I heard his voice, I knew that he was struggling because we're both cancer conquerors. And so I talked to him about what I'm doing, but first finding out what he was doing and where he was. And then I said, listen, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to call someone that I know that we both know that is talented and can help pick up the work that you are doing and help you out through this period. And I called that person, and that person did not answer the phone. So I called a friend who knows who I called and said, oh, you don't know. I said, no, he's gone. Come on, yes, Dan Kennedy is gone. A guy wrote incredible copy, helped entrepreneurs, thousands around the world, powerful, creative, a guy that set new standards in the industry, great imagination, out of here. And it made me reflect because my friend that I was talking to had violated one of the principles that Stacy N.C. Grant talks about. Action, despite the distractions, despite what doctors say, despite of what has happened up to this point, don't surrender. Don't give in. Continue to look for a way to win. And what really got me, and that a lot of people do in life, I remember when Hurricane Dorian, they thought and predicted that it was going to hit Florida. And I asked my sister, Margaret Ann, I said, do you want to come here and join me in Atlanta? And she said something. She said, like a lot of people do, I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to ride it out. Fortunately, nothing happened this time. She wrote it out. Before, she wrote another one out. But you know what I thought about? I thought about people that are in relationships that's not working for them. It's toxic. It's causing them to dig an early grave with their teeth. Their blood pressure is up. Their hair has turned gray. Can't get a good night's sleep. Why? Because they're riding it out. People on jobs that they hate, stressed out, doing 2 and 3 jobs for one paycheck, and they hope that they don't get fired. Why? They decided to ride it out. And here's what we know. Life is not promised. Let's think about it. You remember one of the things I remember glaringly, and the celebrity factor in it overshadowed what really happened. Michael Jackson said, this is it. This is the last tour that I'm going to do. Stadiums were reserved. Tickets were purchased. Rehearsals were had. He was preparing. He was engaged. And he died. He died. You don't prepare for a concert if you know you're going to die. And the lesson in this, we don't know. You say, I'm going to ride it out. We don't know. I remember the Ohio Players had a song years ago dealing with tomorrow. And as we look at ourselves, look at our goals, look at our dreams, look at our lives, life is not about riding it out. Number one, action. It's about taking action. When you decide to ride it out, you decided to procrastinate, to put off that which you know that you ought to do. And people who decide to ride it out are living a fear-driven life rather than a faith-driven life. A faith-driven life says, walk by faith and not by sight. Take some action. Don't judge according to appearances. And people who judge according to appearances, there's mind sight and there's eyesight. And eyesight said, I'm gonna ride it out. Like you have some special notification that you're gonna be here. No. Mind sight says, walk by faith and not by sight. Take some action. Live in the now. Do what you can, where you are with what you have. Don't ride it out. Tomorrow is not promised. Live each day as if it were your last, because one day it will be, and you'll die a life of regret because you decided to ride it out. No. Many people died long before they're buried, long before they take their last breath. The question was asked, when is it that a man or woman dies? And the answer was, when their dreams die. They decided to ride the rest of their life out living a misplaced life, living below their potential, living the life of a coward, living a life that does not represent the greatness that they were born to win with. Action, action. Despite the temptation and the distractions of riding it out, no, no. You're stronger than that. You're here to do a greater work. You're not here to ride it out a life of mediocrity. No, you're here to build a legacy. You're not here just to work on a job and stressed out and then drop dead one day. No, because you were riding it out. No, 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 no. People who ride it out are part of that 35% of the people on Monday morning who experience a precarious example of dying. Monday morning, the heart attack rate in this country increases by 35%. People getting ready for jobs that they hate. And they decided to ride it out. No, no, you were born to win. No, you were born to live a healthy, happy, prosperous life. And you cannot get there by writing it out. No, you were created by the Creator to create, not write it out. People who are writing life out are not creating anything. They're spectators. They're not players. They've died already. Go get a shovel. They've died. They're out of here. You can see it when you look in their eyes. You can hear it when you hear the conversations, and they're talking about things, not about their lives and what the next chapter looks like and what they're doing with their life. They're more concerned about their favorite team's winning and loss record or who they're going to trade for than how they're using the time that God has given them. Life is God's gift to us, and how we live our lives is our gift to God. You can't create a life of substance and value when you spend all your time writing it out. You have something special. You have greatness in you. And it takes courage to step out of line and create a life of no regrets. It takes determination and guts. Dexter Yeager said, no guts, no glory. To live a life that will outlive you. And a life that will outlive you is not created by someone who's committed to riding the time out on the clock of life that they have left. No, that's not who you are. That's why you're listening to me, and you know that. People who are living life have something inside of them that says, this just can't be it. People who are living from their heart, and where the heart is, there your treasure is, also are risk takers. If you're not willing to risk, you can't grow. And if you can't grow, you can't become your best. And if you can't become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? No. Helen Keller was right. Life is either a daring adventure or it's boring. And people who are riding life out are living boring lives of regret. People who are riding life out, they die with all their dreams, abilities, and gifts and potential in them. You take it to their graves, their music, their talents, their intelligence. They waste a lot of time. No, walking, breathing corpses. No, that's not you. Yeah, a lot of folks. You can tell there's no light in their eyes. You can tell they spend most of their time complaining and talking about people, events, and things. They're not engaged in living their dream. Why? Because they're riding life out. Maybe that's why Cooley said, I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. Uncommon people don't ride life out. Uncommon people get life in a corner and suck all the nectar out of it, milk it, get everything out of it that they possibly can. They live full and they die empty. You were chosen for greater work. Your masterpiece, regardless of where you are, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what you have gone through, you're more powerful than you give yourself credit for being. Person I work with, 8 years old, a car hit her and from her neck down broke every bone in her body. And then after being in a cast for 9 months, a piece of the ceiling broke at the house where she lived, and she lost her vision and her ability to speak. And then after that, her mother's boyfriend raped her for 6 years. And then after that, she had other tragedies back to back. But she decided that these things that she had experienced was not going to allow her to live a broken life. No, she decided not to ride life out, allowing her past to define her. She decided that she was going to define herself. She decided that greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. She decided I've got more in me and I'm greater than anything that has ever happened to me. I'm going to live a purpose-driven life. I'm stronger than this. You have something special. I've come to know that greatness, it grows after midnight. When you can't sleep in the middle of the night, I'm encouraging you to say, speak, Lord, thy servant heareth thee. Give me instructions so that I am not tempted to ride life out, but to have the courage, and you said be of good courage, to live life full. Action. Action. Not procrastination. Action, not excuses. action, action, despite the distractions. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to soar and allow you to live through me and leave a legacy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Stacy, Babasi, Bing, Yanasi.
Oh, boy, I just love it. Action, despite the distraction. You better tell somebody, Mr. Brown, don't just wait it out and go through. You better go on ahead. What you said tonight was so appropriate because I just had a conversation with somebody around the same thing, Les, just like waiting to wait. Like, I'm just going to ride it out. I'm just, it's like giving up all your power to take that next step and to really have that greatness inside of you, as you put it, activate after midnight. I'm going to use that, Mr. Brown. I'll give you credit for the first two times. But that is so true. We don't have the luxury of just sitting around casually going through life. We have to make some things happen.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And thank you for sharing the message. And I have a little surprise for you, Les. One of your platinum sons, your spiritual sons, he was going to come on tonight to share a word. Well, actually, two of them were going to come on, but we were so excited to know that you would be able to be on the call. But if he's still standing by, I think you'd like to hear the voice of one of your very own, the one and only Dwight Pleasure. Dwight, are you still hanging out?
Hey, Pops. Hey, Pops, how you doing, man?
I'm great, and so are you. I'm going to be listening to you tonight.
Hey, no, you already done your thing. But if I got to be bumped by somebody, I'd rather be bumped by the best, okay?
Oh, but I know you know how to get the butter from the duck, as Dr. Anthony would say.
Yeah, but I got no chance not to come behind you, my brother. I'm gonna wait. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead on and get rescheduled, okay? I said, boy, he come and you probably just picked up the phone and just came with all that because it was already in you. So it wasn't like you had to do the whole lot of praying and preparing. I said, man, this boy just opened up his mouth and stuff just come on out. But I had some of my mentees and some of those I called. I told them I'm gonna be on, and then I heard them introduce themselves at the beginning. I said, well, you ain't going to hear Dwight tonight, but you're going to be blessed.
What did you enjoy about tonight, Dwight?
Hey, that's where I got all this from. Huh?
What did you enjoy about tonight? What did you enjoy about tonight?
When I listen to you, I listen to how you share, various stories and how you transition from one thing to another. And one of the best things tonight, I noticed how you grab Stacy's action, give it all your distractions, and you laced that topic through the entire presentation, all the way to the end. So it allowed the engagement factor to go way up because you kept on bringing us to that refrain. It's kind of like a song with the refrain. It kind of allows people to kind of flow with you all the way until you say, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. They know you. They know you done then, my brother. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
All
Well,
right.
you know, yeah. And I appreciate you, my brother. You know that.
I appreciate you, and I love you so much. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Tell my girl I said hello.
I will. I'll do it.
Well,
Okay.
I figured he would enjoy hearing your voice, Dwight. And Les, you know, we love you. We thank you for all that you do and for just the way in which the words have transformed the lives of so many people. Dwight, you're a witness. And for those of you who are hearing this voice, Mr. Dwight Pleasure, I call him Big Brother Dwight. He's one of the original platinum speakers from way, way back. He's the OG.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We square eggs. We squares a whole lot of butter out this duck on this call tonight. Okay, we got it when he was keeping us up till 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, talking about stamina. Come on, you can do it. And we just sit there going, okay, motivator. I'm telling you, boy. We had some time. I'm telling you.
Hey, Dwight, you know what? I'm glad tonight you're on, because what I'd like to do, and I want you to reach out to all the platinum speakers.
Okay.
I want to do an intensive with you
Yes.
before the beginning of the year. God has done a special thing with me, and my life is in a different place.
Yes,
and
sir.
I want us to do an intensive with the platinums of how to make the rest of this year the greatest year we've ever had, to finish strong, and how to make 2020 the vision, to expand that vision and to manifest that vision. I want you to alert everybody, because I just want to spend just 3 intense days with nobody but my platinum speakers and pour into you what God has revealed to me. And I know that it's going to take your life and your business and your impact to another level.
Got it, my brother. Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk offline. Yes, sir. Okay. I appreciate you. Okay.
Take care. Love you.
All right.
Take care. Thank you, Stacey.
All right. Love you, Les. And Dwight,
love
thank
you
for stopping by. Love you more.
Absolutely.
Thank you about it. And
thank you,
Dwight,
Victor.
You'll be back.
Yes.
You'll be back. So I just want the callers to know that Dwight Pleasure and Dan Smith are going to be back next week. We're going to get you back on the line so that they can share the power of story and the work that they do as a direct impact of what Les Brown has mentored and given some of the secrets to the thing called communication. So I'm just excited about that, and that they got a little sample of my big brother. And happy birthday again, because it's Libra season. We celebrate all month long.
I know that's right. Okay. All right, Stacey. I appreciate you. I feel better now. Okay.
Okay. Good. I want to make sure. So, family, thank you all for tuning in, for being here week after week, for sharing this with your friends, your community, your tribe, letting them know about the voices of hope that are created from Les Brown and the worldwide international impact he has had on making this planet a better place. So thank you for being here. It's Dr. Stacey signing off. We'll be back again by the grace of God next week, right after my birthday. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. God bless you now.